I'm watching this mainly so I don't just rush into Blitz chess. I'm at 1907. Need 93 more points. Should be easy. I think I'm slightly over 2,000 skill level online Blitz. And then I can focus on my rapid again. Once all my numbers are 2,000, I'll be happy. I'll be a happy chess camper. But I need to break my battles up. I'm going to do that with Daniel Naroditsky. That's cool.
Hey guys, I wasn't planning to start this early, but Magnus just accepted, so let's go. Let me know if you guys can hear me.
Is Daniel Naroditsky?
Yeah, congratulations, Magnus, on getting married.
Yeah, congratulations on getting married. But while your wife's wanting you to come back to bed, I'm going to steal him for a couple hours on your honeymoon. Yeah, because you expected him to be enjoying his wedding night. It's hysterical. Yeah, but by stealing Magnus from his wife.
Thank you.
That's great. It's hysterical. Woo! Daniel knows that no H-pawn, no problem. His king's safe.
A really nice position in game one.
It's lovely.
Allow c5. I feel like I have stuff here.
Sometimes it's tricky and unwise to watch grandmaster play before amateurs play, because then we're trying to implement their ideas and we're just not ready. When I try to implement something I saw in a grandmaster game, one, the position's probably not appropriate for what they were doing
here.
So I'm wasting my time. And even if it is, I'm not going to complete the idea. I'll just start it and then mess it up. But maybe speed chess won't be his.
Okay, rook b1, bishop e2. Wait a second. You might have wanted a piece. But then queen e1, I guess. Okay, wait, d7. So when all is said and done, what happens? He offers a draw. I don't know. Wait, offers a draw. No, but I mean, this is not a draw. I want to play this. I'm up a pawn.
Well, why else would he offer a draw, Daniel?
I guess it is a draw, but yeah, maybe we should just take a draw.
Don't let him get in your head, Daniel.
All right, fine. I'm not going to win this with a minute. Yeah, because rook b8 is coming. Because rook b8 is coming, so he trades the rooks and it's just a dead draw.
How good is he at Blitz? I don't know, he's one of the best bullet. Okay, yeah, he's one of the best Blitz. Nice of Magnus to not discriminate against all Americans, just Hans Niemann. Terrible way to grow the game, man. Terrible. People like me don't care about chess, which is your whole, target market. They don't care.
Okay, if I take... No, that's no tactics.
Whatever you say, Daniel. So why can't he just take the pawn? He doesn't want to lose his b2 pawn.
I feel like...
I need some filler move.
Okay.
I'm stressed here.
I need some filler move.
I'm reading captions, so I can't predict the future. I can't predict grandmasters. So I can predict the future, just not grandmasters.
Do you solemnly swear to take her as your wedded wife? Shh. Don't interrupt me. I'm playing with the wedding can wait.
It's funny when some of the chess people have pretty good sense of humor. Some of them, like Wesley So, would be a different type of personality. He's funny, but he's too
Why am I so
stoic.
slow? Jesus.
Like that ludicrous verse. 6 hours later, you'll deposit every word to your memory bank. Give me the credit I deserve. Top 5, damn right. But really, you just hit me. That 3 of your top 5's too scared to fuck with me. That's Wesley So. Because he's not trying to be funny. And he never, he has no comedic, what you would call comedic instincts. Like Joe Rogan says, Donald Trump has comedic instincts. Wesley's just funny. He has no comedic instincts.
Where did this queen come from? It came from
difference of people that are funny without trying to be, and Wesley So. Wesley So, he's not trying.
Gotta move.
But he doesn't use any body language or facial expressions to match his humor, so no one's going to know.
Queen F5 is annoying. Who's F5? Wow. Really, Riley?
But when they're playing chess, like Daniel, I'm sure if that was in conversation, like if he's asked, did you play Blitz with Magnus on his wedding night? He'd be like, yeah, what the heck? Isn't that weird? And he would have some smile and tone to his jokes. But since he's playing chess, he's got to be so focused. He's just like, yeah, Magnus playing on his wedding night. Isn't that lovely? And I think it's funnier that way.
Yeah, crap. You can actually defend the pawn.
Which you're an accomplice in this, Daniel. You better hope they last forever. If there's any argument at all, were you looking at that girl? No, I'm the best chess player in the world. She wanted my autograph. Are you sure she doesn't want to bang you? Well, how can I? Chess players are scientists, so statistically speaking, it's impossible to prove that this woman does not want to have sexual intercourse with the greatest chess player of all time, and she might not love me for me.
Yep, that's resigns.
Maybe she just wants to have my baby. That doesn't make it any better, Magnus. And then a fight breaks out. Well, I'm the best chess player ever. Everyone wants intellectual kids that go places in life. So maybe she just wants to sleep with me, but doesn't love me the way you do. Magnus! And then every fight they'll ever have will end with, on our wedding night, I was thinking of baby names. I was thinking of what I could get your mother for Christmas or whatever. I don't know if Magnus celebrates Christmas. I'm assuming he doesn't. Where's his wife from? Is she Norwegian? What's her name? Malone? It was.
It just looks weird.
Yeah, where's she from? Is she Norwegian? Ella.
I don't buy this.
Ella Malone.
Just
Birthplace.
castles, maybe.
I can't tell what she was born to a Norwegian mother and an American father, making her both American and Norwegian. Proving, in spite of the Hans Niemann scandal, Magnus does not discriminate against Americans.
Wait.
She spent her... Where'd she grow up at? Okay. But can you imagine? The chess women should have a field day with this, especially the streamers. I mean, you can say, oh, women are men's equals and stuff. And I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying if you're going to pose in bikinis next to a chessboard with sand in your boobs, I'm going to think about sleeping with you and what it would be like, because men are human. It doesn't mean I disrespect the chess women. I respect the chess women more than any social group on the planet. But still, I mean, a lot of their shows are dating based. And I think it's the reason I'm not like some. I saw some female chess professionals that don't stream. They're good enough to make a living, or they chose to without streaming. They chose to play. They're like, how are we want men to respect us and stuff, and you're posing half naked and blah, blah, blah. And they're absolutely right. But I think the chess women who do dating shows and stuff are absolutely right also, because they have to make a living. And the world doesn't appreciate chess the way it should. And one of their dating shows or content should be totally
just I'm up an exchange though, so should be fine.
Ripping Magnus for playing chess on his wedding night. We love chess too, Magnus, but there's more to life. And she seems to really like you. Eventually, you won't be able to play chess at the highest level anymore. Do you really want your first memory as a couple to be her saying, Magnus, I want you. I want Daniel. There should be memes already. There really should be. Magnus, I should. You could have like. I don't want to be too mean, but I don't mean to be mean. I don't know their sense of humor is really all it is. Yes, good job, Daniel. Not that you care what I think. Surely Daniel's winning. But it could be I passed up on this guy, or if you could find her Tinder matches.
Four is a mistake for sure. No. This I can try to squeeze.
I passed up this guy for you. I passed up this guy was an athlete. And my friends told me that you would always
am I being like
the chess, and I told them no.
Playing this,
and it's all these things
an exchange
that
should be 6. No, but this should be winning.
That Magnus's wife has said no to, and then it's him.
Maybe it's a draw. I don't actually know what the eval is
of Daniel
position
saying, "I choose Daniel." I love it. It's fabulous content.
Maybe it's some fortress,
or maybe
so Magnus to go around
because 99.9999 of women, including the chess women, would say, "Look, on our first date,
oh my gosh,
on our 11th anniversary, as long as it's not a significant one, like 10-year, 5-year, 50-year, yeah, fine. If you have to play chess, I'd rather you not. But whatever." But even,
all right, let's make a draw.
Anna Cramling.
Oh, he's going for it now.
Pia Cramling, even better example, who is married to a grandmaster. Pia, and what's Anna's dad's name? Juan. I'm assuming that's how you say it. Pia and Juan would be like, no, man.
Yeah, I missed some chances there.
They'd be like, no, Magnus. I guarantee you, Anna's parents have never played a top-level game.
That's what they all do now.
Either, but I guarantee you, on their anniversaries,
G5, I don't know.
Spend time with each other.
Oh no, G5 is a move.
Pia,
G5 is a move.
Thought on her anniversary. I don't think.
G5 is a move. I remember that. I remember.
I wonder who's online right now. No shot. But then again, maybe that's why he's the best ever. Sacrifices had to be made.
I'm playing some idiot and is not very good at chess. I mean, occasionally he plays well, but most of the time he just sucks.
You talking about Magnus?
Yeah, with white, I'm getting terrible positions. Okay, we need to provoke f4, I guess.
I feel like your definition of provoke is slightly different than my understanding of it.
It's gonna go rook g8, of course. Typical Magnus move. Sack the exchange.
So Daniel just intuitively knows he can't let that H pawn join in the party. It'll take me some time to think about that.
Let's go here, knight d3. Or not. Or not.
You know, that would be another funny piece of content, actually. Like chess.com with all the chess women.
I was worried about bishop e3 at the
I
end.
had like a lie detector thing. They also done it with Nakamura and others. Have a marriage counselor.
Here.
And again, I don't really know Magnus' sense of humor that well, but I think he'd find that funny. Is have a marriage counselor, just give common problems, things that might arise. Many couples these days, especially with the divorce rate so high in America, before there's even issues, they'll have therapy sessions. And some, like I read a book called Blink by Malcolm Gladwell, they actually can predict who will get divorced and who will last with pretty decent accuracy. It's very amazing. And have that marriage counselor saying, here's all the things that I see going well. Here's all the things. You chose the right one. And the only red flag, and Magnus could go through a list of
and d4 is scary, but
flaws might be.
All right.
Like, no. Like, those are all recoverable. It's just that
let's go here.
You might love Daniel Naroditsky more than marriage. And then you can go through all the ways, all the techniques that could be used to overcome that sticking point in your relationship. And one of them would be, you can get chess.com's people in it and have some type of restriction like I've requested. So you literally are not allowed to log in on your birthday or on her birthday, on your anniversaries. We won't allow it. Or similar to a breathalyzer in a car for someone who's got multiple DUIs. Is Magnus sorry about it, but we will not only force your wife to approve of your sign-ons to chess.com on these dates, but we will also build in punishment for you choosing chess instead of love on occasions. That'd be content gold. Why'd you make that move so fast? Also, because to me, your pawn's on a dark square. There's no dark square bishop to attack it. Are you really preventing it that much from getting back in the game? Or do you just not want it to enter the game in that manner? Do you not want it to be there? I don't understand.
It's the wrong color pawn. Yeah, thank you. Magnus doesn't flag me. Very gracious. And another winning position I screwed up. To be fair, he was probably winning at the end. Let's go knight h6, which is what I looked at.
That's the type of stuff at my level. If I can get some of those lines just even understood a little bit, which of course is not the best way to start a game. I'm sure Daniel understands where it could lead and how to play it. Boy, that would ruin 1900 level Blitz players. If I consistently played weird openings like knight h6 and I knew what I was trying to do with it, I would wreck emotional states permanently. You have to move the rook, right? Take the queen. How hard is it? I'm sure you're thinking about something.
It's an incredible move he just made.
Why? It's probably cheating. No, I'm not cheating. I'm the best ever. Hey, don't accuse people without evidence. It's not nice. Treat others as you wish to be treated. In my case, during COVID lockdown, I just built a house for my dog. That's why I got another dog. Didn't realize the extent of the corporate ignorance. Why is that such an amazing move?
It's an incredible move he just made.
Why? And SAP was very easy also. I had all the access.
I'm just screwed into the opening.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing when
Maybe
I started, so I
can
just
actually
networked a lot.
take.
When you have access,
I have to take.
and it's mostly customizations versus building something new. I knew everything. And I had the incentive to try to keep my job until lockdown ended. Also, I was alone instead of having distractions in the office. It's a cold move right there.
What am I doing? Okay, that was a wash. No, let's resign. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible game. Queen d5, I knew I was just busted. Okay, Scandi. Oh yeah, he likes his line.
I'm glad you know what he's trying to do. Why? Why tonight? Let's get one game by me in here. We're 20 minutes in? Yeah, perfect. See if we can keep some of those ideas in mind, but not over worry about trying to implement them. There you can see me play my nice standard horsey gallops. Okay. Oh, shoot. It's fine. So now if you did want to check, which would be premature, I can then go there. It seems awkward. I probably should take and see if I get your bishop to take. Okay. So now you need to worry about that. Doing fine on time here. You know I'm going there. You might even just consider sliding. You clearly don't know what you're doing. Speed game. Your bishop pair is less valuable in 30 seconds. Yeah, this is too much time to waste in this situation. You have nothing that's great. You're not going to light the world on fire here. There's just several moves that are fine. While I'm relaxing with my neck wrap, about to pick you apart. Enemy. Dude, at this point, you should have just made something that's definitely not the best move, but it's fine, like bishop e6. Bishop b6 would have been so much better than burning your entire clock. So now you can't push. You wasted way too much time. And this is how I'm going to get my blitz well over 2,000. Actually, I say well over. I'm probably going to stop at 2,000 for the year. Kind of silly not to. Okay, so I'm a lot better. If nothing else to do the time. I'm probably going there. It doesn't matter. It's going to help me do what I want to do anyway, or at least not prevent anything. How can you waste this much time? This is the inconsistency kills me. When I return to St. Louis, I'm going to do nothing but attend. Okay, so let's see. Boom. Let's just win something here. I understand that's coming. How about we win our nice little pawn? Oh, and it is a pretty pawn. Doesn't really matter how I did that. Again, considering you wasted your entire clock on a completely irrelevant move. 1800s are suspicious people. Probably just play some defense at this point, man. Doesn't matter that much. Let me move. Let's get our pawn solidified. Let's simply dominate chess battles. That's fine. Again, that's why you don't waste all your time. See, I'm just doing what it takes to win. And in that case, it wasn't very much that was required of me. Either way, that rating looks nice. What does this put my streak at? And you're going to see the beast inside of me wake up as I get closer to 2,000, and I'll get there. There's no question I can play to 2,000 level online. The question is, can I adjust the consistency? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that would have been nice. Yeah, don't get too cute there, especially, and that goes against everything I was saying and bragging about myself. Doesn't matter. I was saying, enemy use time poorly, and then I just exposed my king with an unnecessarily aggressive pawn move. And then, of course, I can't chase the rook out due to the pin. Stupid shit. Stupid shit. And a lesson at the intermediate levels is recognizing an advantage. Recognize you have a lot more clock, but don't be stupid with it. Still, when you use that much time in the open, I can do whatever I want and still win. Yeah, no reason. Actually, in that Magnus Carlsen lesson I watched like 4 or 5 days ago, he talked about a B5 push that might have been premature and how it became a weakness to him. Good memory by me. Yeah, see, and I'm realizing you can't do that. You're just giving me everything I want. So why is knight takes better? I guess because the position's open. So. Okay, so let's look at that spot where enemy thought for freaking ever. Okay, yeah, you thought this is what I'm saying, and there are some damn good 1800s. Like, I don't watch as many streamers anymore as I used to. I started watching more like Daniel Naroditsky, for example, and some of Gotham Chess's videos that are meant to be more instructional or of his own games where he's playing at his potential versus his sub battles. Because when I was starting, like anything was good, and silly content was good because like silly streamers are way better than I was. But now I'm to the point like my rating is higher than Andrea Botes. And at least well, I think that I was higher in it was either Rapid or Blitz. Now her peak is better, and if she really played, she's better than me, but not by much. So now I need like Daniel and Daniel and Daniel and Daniel. But the sub battles, like Mr. Gotham, I call him Mr. Gotham, Gotham Chess, Levy Rosman, same thing. And if that's disrespectful, then Levy, you need to choose a name that's less silly because I'm gonna have fun with it. It's not a disrespect thing, my friend. But he does sub battles, and there are times where Levy will play like an 1800 or 2000, and he doesn't lose. But there are times when even a player at my level could have seen how to beat him. I mean, the position is tense. Not usually, but sometimes. My point, an 1800, 1900, and even and especially like 2000 can be a really good player. That online rating, you had to do something to earn it. Chess.com does a pretty good job, I think, generally. But there are sometimes athletes like this one where how did you get an 1866 rating? You can't even understand that there's 3 minutes on the clock and you use a third of your clock on an irrelevant move. Wasn't like there was a mate or a complicated positional battle. It was completely irrelevant, and you used 57 seconds, or used 53 seconds. It's atrocious. And that move is fine. Something like that. Yeah, not good, but it's better than wasting your entire clock. That, with 2 minutes and 14 seconds, or 2 minutes and let's say 5 seconds, looks a whole lot better than whatever the best move was, which apparently that was the best move. Great job. You found it. So let's say bishop e5 or h6. Great job. You found the move. It only took you 53 seconds, and now I'm going to win regardless. Let's watch the rest of Mr. Danya and Mr. Carlsen. And then they ought to get a quote from Magnus's bride. Because I can't imagine she loved it. You know, play under a fake account. People that cheat online all the time, supposedly. So, while that person's playing a lot like Magnus, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was thinking about my life.
He has to go bishop b4, I think. And then he just castles.
It would have been
not sure what
better
to
if you
play
would have
here.
played at the wedding itself, though. It'd be so much funnier. Because now, I mean, just fair questions you're going to get asked when you're the best chess player of all time. You're active and you played on your wedding night. There's no way to refute it. What was happening? Because you know you're with her. It's not a bros weekend. You just got married. And if it were one game, it'd be like, oh, maybe she went to the bathroom. But however long we've been going here,
I'm gonna go knight f4.
at least 20 minutes.
And potentially also c4.
And
And if he takes me, I can take with the pawn. c5. Wait, that's sort of a blunder. Okay, you obviously missed that. The typical Magnus, it's never clean.
Is it not clean?
Wait, I can play CD, so I'm totally winning here. Wait. I have to capitalize here on this opportunity. Let's take.
I agree, Daniel.
But I allowed bishop g6.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously.
Stupid.
It's just silly that you would play chess that way. It was such incompetence. Crying out loud from so far away. That's too. See that's where there's so many ways a grandmaster can be better than an amateur. And like that bishop move, that's not like you had a lot of options, but it was immediate. Like I was talking about that guy who an 1800 to 1900 level player online is a decent player. Most grandmasters consider that to be a not bad amateur player. Like when all the grandmasters were on Tyler One's ass, up his butt. Not necessarily. That was the number often. Yeah, he won't get to 1800. Yeah, okay, he's probably not going to get to 1600, but 1800 is where, yeah, right. But even 1800s, as you saw with my game, have a lot of weaknesses. There's different ways an 1800 can be good and bad. But the top levels, it's just, they might be slightly better at one thing than the other, but they're good at everything. 1800, they might have something really good about their game, but they're always going to have some major problem.
So slippery. Unbelievable. How slippery.
And that might be something I subconsciously like about chess. How slippery. How slippery is Magnus Carlsen? Yeah, it's a board game. That's why I hate what he did to Hans Niemann. It's not a real life. He's tricky. It's hard to beat. In the corporate world, harassing my mom. That's forged. And even now I put things on social media that I don't like. And with the H-1B program, a lot of people think it's crap. I shouldn't have to be the bad guy. That's the corporation's fault for abusing the heck out of it. That's not Indian workers' fault. Of course, some Indian workers, like one in the chess world, even like chatted with me. Hey, there's a job you might be good at. I saw you're getting into chess. And they don't reply because they hate it. They hate that it makes them look bad. Put everyone in a bad situation. But the corporation, they can't be wrong. They're slippery because we're a grandmaster. I'm like, no, it's a board game versus real lives. And there are things you can do on a board game. It's like, yeah, good one. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Because in the real world, I saw them playing those stupid tactics. With me, no one's above the team. Don't break the law. How do you let it get that bad where anyone has to suffer or be in that ethical dilemma during COVID? Also, why I kind of like social media and support TikTok. I do not want the ban of TikTok because being slippery in chess, you have to earn it. It's objective. Being slippery in the corporate world means you have a good lawyer. You can ruin a human being with Down syndrome's life. And look how smart we are. No, you cheated. There's at least 3 levels that anyone who is wronged has to go through, which is you got to beat a good lawyer who is tricky. It's not going to happen if they don't want it to happen. Even a human being with Down syndrome, they drug that out for 7 years. Walmart did. If that doesn't scare you. But the publicity, it got to the point where that's going to be such bad publicity. But they were still going to appeal it. So then after that, media relations, who I think their media relations guy, he used to work for President Bush, so he knows what he's doing. So then you can clean up a little bit more. Then the executives, who are also very smart people, you got at least 3 before the story can even get out or you can get any justice at all. And then the lawsuit will get reduced. And that's disgusting. But TikTok, I bet they won't push anything the way they did mine with that Down syndrome case anymore because you just lost. Those cruel mind games should be reserved for chess, not real human beings. I feel better. Oh, one more thing. And well, the younger generation needs to pay their dues and blah 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 blah. Don't back in my day. That is the worst. It is the worst time to back in my day. Like, because when you back in my day, well, one, you're saying Gen Z, we understand, we care, we want to be a popular choice for Gen Z and be trusted. Well, Gen Z thinks more like me because I am one. Even those who we don't align on everything, they're going to see a lot of my views because I'm living, well, in the same times they are, but going through what they're going through. A 60-year-old, I always say after I lost my friend to suicide, unless a mom has cried at her son's funeral, or my mom, who I had minor struggles compared to what I'm learning a lot of people go through, maybe not that much as a kid, but unless you're my mom and he came over to play ping pong and talk and when I came home from college, watch more Star Wars, all this, they can try to understand mental health or they can try to get out of that. Well, we're competitive or we're working on it. He's dead. While you're working on it, he's dead. While you're stalling, harassing my mom, hoping you can find something to make it less bad for you, he's dead. Being sorry later is not good enough anymore. And unless you have gone through a situation that, or your kid has struggled, which most in the corporate world, they're not good or bad. They just exist. So their kids probably don't struggle as much as others. But unless something made you care, you're not going to change, especially as an old person. It's hard enough to change as a young person. And that's what I feel like Magnus Carlsen did to Neiman. He was a young kid that Carlsen deemed was not in his class. And from Carlsen's perspective, he's just protecting the game, blah, blah, blah. From my perspective, and people who don't care about chess, and also from Neiman's perspective, it's I won the game. If you don't like that they invited me, you can take that up with the St. Louis Chess Club. Or if you don't like FIDE's rules on cheating or chess.com not taking cheating seriously enough, you can talk to them. But Neiman just did the job he was given. So if we don't want young people to win or Magnus is going to treat them that way, then he needs to change the rules to have a certain criteria that would eliminate people like Neiman from getting into his tournament. But it's not Neiman's fault. Just like it wasn't my fault that Walmart abused those visas and was caught and they didn't fix a damn thing. And we're not going to let young people do this. We're going to show them. No, because your policy didn't say, except for young people, or the law doesn't say discrimination, but only for this class. It's a bunch of old white dudes in my case that have gotten every opportunity, promoted each other, and now they need to act like they care about women and minorities, et cetera, et cetera. So they're going to punish someone like me and say, see, we're serious now. I'm like, yeah, well, you got every opportunity. I got screwed. And Ren, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Nothing to gain. And you hurt a lot of people in the process.
That's unbelievable. I mean, literally, I had to try not to win that. That's sad.
I wonder how this ended. Because when you want to play chess on your wedding night, I'm not gonna drop this. This is too much fun. What? All the way back.
I mean, you just handed that one to me and I didn't win.
Now, these are the ones I do feel like it'd be very helpful to study for an amateur studying a grandmaster game. That is, there's so many things that grandmasters do that even though it's right, you don't want to look at it, especially when there are exceptions being made. Just don't, because even at grandmaster level play, exceptions don't get made that often, especially in the opening. Like your principles still exist. They might be able to push a little bit farther or leave their king a little bit more unsafe for a little bit, but you don't want to make exceptions all the time. The difference is, in my opinion, they don't ever make the wrong exception. They always know when, on the rare occasion, it's appropriate. Why? You just give a pawn, didn't you? But one example of a really good situation that we might, actually go through at the lower levels. It happens. There are times when castling your king to safety is not the best. In that case, Daniel kind of messed up, so he had to manually get his king to safety. When I manually get my king to safety, a lot of times it's really not good. So that would be one instance to really study grandmasters is when they have to make exceptions and get their king safe.
I'm just to get his knight out though.
Without castling. How does the game play out? How does it look? Where does their king end up?
Oh. Yeah.
This is over.
Pawn.
I wonder who Magnus Carlsen even plays Blitz with. And also, I mean, I'll compliment him. That's where a lot of folks don't understand people like me. I don't dislike him as a person. I'm completely indifferent to him, and I don't want to support anything name on it because if he thought Hans Niemann cheated, or he didn't actually believe that, but if he was going to be anything but respectful to Niemann.
I didn't have a bishop of his stalemate.
When there are quotes from, I think his name's Greg. I'm assuming it's Jennifer Shahadi's dad. But yeah, Niemann showed a lot of promise as a kid. If Niemann showed promise as a kid, and Magnus Carlsen went after Niemann for cheating, if I even sniff 2,000 over the board after never playing as a kid, and you thought Niemann cheated or you were suspicious of Hans Niemann, well, what are you going to do to my life? That's the type of thing that I don't necessarily think this, but a lot of people, well, chess people are just highly autistic. I can never do this. And clearly, like, especially the streamers you're watching, they got some personality. I would doubt that Daniel Naroditsky has autism. Not that it's a bad thing. A few psychiatrists thought I did when I was young and questioning religion, memorizing decks of cards, telling girls I don't want to talk to you. I've got to memorize my card. That's what I did. So that's an autistic thing to do. But that's what Carlsen did to Niemann. That's the type of thing that people will look and say, I told you so. And in his brain, since he's so hyper-focused and intelligent, it's just like, how do you not, Magnus, consider people like me, which is the type of crowd you're going after to grow your game and help people that aren't as gifted as you and make a living in it, that can't play at a 2,800 level? How can you not in your brain go, what if someone like, of course he doesn't know me, but like Dayton Carr looks over and says, well, if I do that to Niemann, and then I tell people like Dayton Carr to watch, would that make someone like me feel welcome? Or would it make me say, what a jerk? My mom hates him now. My mom used to think he's cute and nice and heard some of his interviews. My mom hates you, Magnus, because my mom's the kindest person ever. She's too kind. But those are the types of people that don't have that killer instinct that you need. And how does it not register in Magnus Carlsen's brain that when he does that to Niemann, it's not just a little thing that's going to blow over. I'll remember that forever. I don't want to touch him. As Niemann said, well, he's had outbursts like that. He's blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure chess.com Magnus, well, he's competitive and blah, blah, blah. No, because what if you're competitive and it impacts my life? I don't want to touch you.
Very, very bad. Yeah, I forget what the line is here. Okay, he wants to play more?
Of course, this is wedding night. Why do you think he'd quit to go cuddle or something?
Huh?
I know we got married.
What's happening?
And a lot of guys, they just want
warming
sex.
Up, obviously.
And then once they finally commit, now Now we can get intimate conversation. We
I
can
don't know what's happening.
we can cuddle.
Yeah, he's done, I guess.
We can do all those couple things.
Where did I miss the win
Gotcha.
here? Let me see. It's plus $1 million. Literally
cuddle.
plus 7 after just Queen G7. Oh my god. Literally
Also
Queen
playing a
G7.
complicated
25
end
minute.
game in a time crunch.
I literally found the
Need
only
both
way
hands,
not to win.
babe. Even the
I'm
best
telling you,
ever
draw here.
Oh,
and now I'll
can't
also
just
stream.
win. Handless.
Yeah, I stole Magnus
And
from
they're
his
just
wife for
gonna
like
slouch. I'm
30
better than
minutes.
him.
I'm happy.
But I'm not better if you keep
Ella was
talking,
like,
babe.
I know you're 2880, but if you want to stay married, then you need to give me some attention on our wedding night.
What did he say? Oh, he's done that over and over. Good. Okay.
I made over 6 figures trading with
Fabulous. Viewers, identify yourself better yet. Challenge me on chess.com right this instance, or I'm out. I've got until Monday to get my Blitz rating over 2,000, and it'll happen. Then I'm taking possibly a year break. I'm dead serious about this. We're 1914. I've kind of been getting lucky, not been playing that well lately. But if there's no challenge, I'd prefer to do puzzles with you, actually. I'd love to do puzzles together because Max caught me sleeping, and he knocked my rating down like 16 points. You'd enjoy watching Blitz or Bullet or puzzles? Would you like to do puzzles? Would you like to join me for puzzles? Better question. Are you available later this evening? I need to take a nap. I don't need to. This is how I messed my rating up. I just had that feeling. Oh, you'll be good. You'll be good. Let's do a puzzle. Take your sweet, sweet time. Actually, let's do this. Let's create a separate account that I'm going to use for streaming, so I don't just mess my rating up. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun, actually. Let's do it. Yeah. You can. Actually, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get my data out that easily. 1 second, bud. All right, friend. You could do a climb from. That's a good idea. That'd be kind of fun. What do you think, though? Should I do a climb? I should just set up a new account while I have my window. Not sure. I kind of want to do it all in one day, though. I don't know until I get my Blitz to 2,000. Like I'm in an incognito browser right now. I don't know that I really want to do that. Let's do one just for fun. That might be funny. Why is this weird? Because I'm in an incognito browser. All right, let's do this. See, you're no good. Boy, that ad is really messing with me. Can I not pre-move? What's going on here? I guess I need to fix that. Play 4 more games to get rated. Okay. That would be kind of fun, actually. Okay, so we'll come back and do that. Are you free at a later time? Like Daniel. I love anything I'm doing being compared to Daniel Narodisky. He's a beautiful human. My mom thinks he's cute also. My mom has good taste in men. My dad's fabulous. I would say my dad's good looking as well. How do I do this? My pre-moves. That's there, isn't it? No, I need pre-move, 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 pre-move. It's going to be essential. Pre-move. How do I pre-move? Okay, so I need to add that as a note. I need to figure out how to pre-move. To-dos. Figure out how to pre-move. Change. Yeah. Hey, are you available? Let's do this. What are the best times on weekdays for you to learn chess with me? I'm pretty tired. I got some stuff to do. What do I have to do? I need to heat up my neck wrap because it's ice cold. And it's not relaxing my muscles the same as when it's warm. That's not the question, friend. I adjust to my viewers. What time zone do you reside in? I'll adjust to you. You don't worry about me. What time do you reside? See, I've played so much chess, my mind's just one big online chess battle. What time do you reside in? Reside in. I'm Central Standard Time. But even my closest friends who aren't going to disown me if I do something stupid, probably. Now that they moved away and they're not on the same time zone as me. I have a few on the West Coast, a few Mountain West, a few East. And even when my cousin was overseas, I'm like, I'm going to know your time zone. And I'll send you Zoom meetings on your time. You're on the West Coast. Maybe 7 p.m. my time works best. Okay. So that means 9 p.m. Pretty busy with school. What do you study? Ooh, my chess prodigy. Love that. Do you count captures pretty good? In chess. I'm sizing you up. Dun, dun, dun. So we don't know just how special you are. Don't worry, I'll find out. What is your chess.com user ID? I'm a scout. Well, in the corporate world, though, they would never give me any credit or reply. Let me have any of my project. documentation so I can get a job with a new employer. Just completely not care if I live or die. Make an example of me in America while personal problems. Nobody cares about me. But I did teach. I did teach. What I later found was an H-1B visa. I was teaching them to take my job. But that was my role. And I respected my boss, so I trusted her a little too much. And that's all I did. I read books on how to teach and teach and teach. And I'm good enough with systems to be, decent. But ooh, not a joke. You are no laughing matter. I see great potential in you. Oh, do I like it a lot? I do. 1788. I really want to know when you started playing chess, but that means different things to different people. When did you first know what a pawn was? That a pawn could move 2 squares on its first. What age? How long ago? Be specific, please. Time. Great. That's how fast you do that. It doesn't have one game. I'm not really that much. Yeah, we made. But it was good. It was good. You get a lot of time. That's the type of answer. That's the type of detailed response I crave. I'm assuming. Did you start back up with chess during COVID? And thank you for your detailed response again. That's lovely. I don't have to think about how to reword my question. I don't have to go on a walk while I pick apart the words in your reply. You just told me. I like you. I wonder if my school had a chess club. To this day, I don't know. And I was friends with, chess people make this joke. I wish I would have been in band and played chess. I was forced to play sports. But I was I was friendly with some of the not jocks. I'm not going to say the N-word. But I don't know. I don't know anything about we had a chess club. Do you? I'm going to show up. In 2013, you did? My last year, that's when I graduated. You established it right when I was out the door. Man, the chess gods. At the middle school, they were implementing it. Chess club. Who can I call to find this out? I'm going to call my principal. She'll know me. I liked her, okay. And now that I'm older, I appreciate what she was trying to do. Oh, I'll fix that. Branson has a chess club. It's not far away from me in my hometown. Oh, there will be a Logan Rogersville chess club soon. If and when my content makes me more money. Oh, it will be a chess factory. Be like the Mackensites Indians baseball program, just churn out talent. St. Thomas Aquinas football. What was that Oakland high school football program that won like over 150 games in a row? It was absurd. That will be Logan Rogersville High School, located in Southwest Missouri, just east of Springfield, Missouri. You watch me do it. You watch us do it. Okay, so that is probably Missouri. There's a Springfield. Springfield is actually, this is interesting. Fun fact. Fun fact here. Check this out. Fun fact, actually. I'm turning the light on. Leave the light on when I'm gone. Something I rely on to get on. And you can feel the night a naked light. A fire to keep me warm. Finally, I have work to do. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there is. So I was born in Springfield. I lived in Salem, Missouri, which is a small town outside of Raleigh. You're probably not familiar from the West Coast. Good engineering school though. I bet I could recruit the shit out of Raleigh for chess talent too. UMR, here I come, baby. I wouldn't probably pass your classes anymore, but I'll steal your engineers. That's where I lived, and then I moved to Springfield, Missouri, which Springfield is probably the 5th biggest city in Missouri, I would say. I think. And I lived in Nixa, Missouri, which is a much bigger school. I bet Nixa has a chess club, actually. Then my sophomore year of high school, I moved to Rogersville. Yeah, but I lived most of my time in the Springfield area in Nixa. So Nixa, there's only one city named Nixa, I believe. But there is a Springfield in every single state. Yeah. So when I see Springfield, it's like, okay, Springfield Chess Club, Springfield, Illinois, Springfield, New York, where. But when I see Clever, that's just right by Nixa, so I know that this is the right one. We're going to join that. I'm a homegrown talent. Springfield. Deprived of chess. And forced, happily, I love my dad, he was great, but forced onto physical, I mean, chess is an athletic field, but they'll know what I mean. Athletic fields where I was just above average. And in a big city, I probs would have been my senior year. Let me in. Let me contribute. Or sit in the background until I can be useful. I'll be 30 in 2 months and was deprived of chess warm embrace for almost 26 years. Please, Springfield, do not distance me from chess any more than this cold world has already deprived me of her. I better not refer to chess as gender specific. That's weird. But the way I'm reading my words is completely appropriate. Of the game of kings and queens, ladies. I'd like to pitch to the chess women why it's probably not nice to talk about removing female titles. And I think you'll see my perspective, but not for this. Think about how the young chess women will feel. Oh, I became a women's FIDE master. And then they see Alexander Botez or one of her peers saying, I think women's titles should be gone. I hate that we're not. How would that make a young girl feel when she looks up to you? Well, I got a title that Alexander Botez got. I thought she'd be proud of me, but she's just mocking the title. That's how they're going to view it. It's going to hurt their feelings. possibly deter women from playing chess at a young age. Let me in. Let me in your club. All right, I'm out. Thank you for your interaction. I will be on, if you're reading this, I'll be on many weekdays at the time you specify. I like talking like this, which is 7:30 Pacific, so that's 9:30. So 9:30, but I'm going to say in your time zone because I want you. And I'll talk like this for dramatic effect. Bye.